Okay, we are back.
Oh, rain.
Is it raining?
It is drizzling. It is drizzling on the track. I saw it cloudy. I asked it in the chat. And it is raining. I think every team will be hurrying to get the guys out as quickly as possible. The stream is just now back. And we can see all the teams ASAP going out. They saw rain and they're like, go, 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 go. But who is the first out? I think it is ERT Karen because he is in that Williams spot. Will anyone risk it though by going out on the inters immediately and thinking that the softs will not make it? Is the stream back? Yeah.
Yeah, the stream should be back now, you know.
Okay. This is gonna be some drama. Everyone's on the dry tires. I think, look at how close it is. And obviously you cannot cut the track with the track limits, but because that would just be unfair. People would be cutting every single corner. So you're going to be seeing people push and maybe even use some ERS Honda outlaps to get to the line as quickly as possible. We saw it IRL in Brazil, where Kevin Magnussen had an incredible good result, but I think it's too wet. I already think it could be too wet. The lap time here is so long. Someone should have gambled on the inters, but everyone just followed each other and went onto those soft tires. This is going to be very interesting, Mike. And it's going to be a very short Q3 session.
Yep, everyone has one shot to make it count. As I was just told in Discord, Mike, hurry up because there's a one-shot quality where DRS is disabled, so it's potentially already too late for the drives. But everyone is going to stick it out and see what they can do anyway. Kieran is going to be the first man. Are these guys going to be racing each other to try and get the best lap time in? That's the question, as Kieran will get us underway as he begins his charge to try and get pole position.
I wonder if they're going to be people pitting. We're all the way at the back, via Jericho maybe. He's just all the way at the back. He might as well just abort his lap time and go for a set of inters. I think that would be his best shot, but he does continue. Let's now go on board. Let's hope we don't have any spins here. Going up a Rouge, going up Radio with ERT Karen. Currently, he makes it stick, coming up now towards the Camel Straight here, hitting a top speed of maybe 333 kilometers an hour, 343 he hit even. He's running a very quick setup in the straight there, but look how much he is sliding, but he makes it struck through Lecombs, now going into Rivage. Keeping it cleaner, you want to keep it as much to the inside as possible. I really want to accelerate early towards the outer curve, which he does fairly well there, going into No Name. You don't want to run wide. You can run the esports line, but I think it's not quicker anymore. It's just quicker on the last game there, keeping it on the wet, on the green patch there off AstroTurf. Now that through Puron, keeping it clean, keeping it slick, and keeping it on the track, which is fairly important currently. Now going through Fagnier, going through the right one and through the left one. He doesn't want to spin, he nearly loses it, he keeps on and in between the white lines. What an incredible save there. True Stavalo does it really well. Now through turn 15, it's 20.737. I think the inters are quicker, Mike. I think you can do quicker on inters because there were 5 seconds off that.
Yep, as they were approaching the start of their lap, obviously it did come through saying that the DRS is disabled. And look at the moment that Kieran gets through Blanchimon there, the back end stepping out and through the bus stop will go. Absolutely no grip on the braking, but to the line will come Kieran, and it's going to be in the 50s. So
oh, he spun.
Oh,
he spins on the line. Artem is so much quicker than him. Gabriel goes to a 50.7. He is currently on pole. Who else is going to be on his lap time there now? Relentless Mountain, what can he make out of it? He goes to P6. It's definitely getting a lot worse. There he decides not to continue his lap. He's going to go out onto the ends. Axelino up to P7. Jericho also makes it stick. He goes into P6. Leon then. Leon has fun. Both IRT guys are going to go onto inters early. Can that save their pace? I think it could be a 1-2, Mike.
well, I mean, for the rest of these guys, they're going to have to navigate themselves away around this track, and it's going to be very difficult. At the moment, Gabriel out on top, made the most of the conditions, but the question is he going to be able to get a quicker lap time by chucking on a set of the inters? He should do.
Yeah, yes, they're definitely going to do inters. And I think it's smart. And the other guys have just seemingly given up. They're going really slowly. yeah, I'm really interested and intrigued to see Dari's lap time. And maybe it will dry up again, because we saw that happen in the PSTL race, where we had, I believe, what track was it at again? I forgot. I don't know. But I remember, I think it was Austria, where it was raining at first in quali, then it dried up, and then it rained again. And we can obviously have that the other way around as well, but Ayati Dari is now out on those intermediates, and this seems perfect intermediate conditions. Like I said, in the Ardennes, in Spa-Francorchamps, it can really quickly turn around. It can be perfectly dry, and on the other second, it can just rain down. Absolutely, yeah, astonishing rain. But yeah, Leon is out as well now. Both ERT guys gambling for the inters. And if this is quicker, we will see everyone else go to the intermediates as well. Everyone's going in the pit. Of course, you're not going to do another lap time now. The track is way too wet. Artem nearly spins into the pit and exits 2 times. He keeps it out. This is just fun to see all these cars struggling so much in this weather. Just not wanting to aquaplane off the track there. The Red Bull is taking some interesting lines, Jericho. Clearly does not have the patience to just normally make it back. But let's go on board with Terry.
Everyone literally tiptoeing their way around back to the pit lane, and of course we've got the 2 IRT guys out the other set of intermediates. So let's see what they can do. Obviously, Gabriel gets a disqualification for blocking the pit lane.
Oh,
the man who
my
was
days!
on provisional pole. Yes,
his AI car pulled into the pit lane. His AI car just drove on, but he's DSQ'd. That is outrageous.
Oh my god. Gabriel has been DSQ'd.
I am unflabbergasted. Let's go on board with Dari though. Dari, can he improve on this set of intermediates compared to everyone else on this grid? Dale did it on the intermediates. Can he do it? Can he make it work on the intermediates? In the beginning you will see that the soft tires were a bit quicker, but in the third sector they were just absolutely sliding and aquaplaning everywhere, and a 51.109 is about 9 seconds. Oh, Dari's in the wall!
Dari's in the wall!
He loses it! And now it's all up to Leon. This is... Oh, what are we seeing here? Watch Leon lose in the exact same way, because he probably has the same setup. He turns in. Oh, he had a little bit of low, but he kept it really well. Dari's not allowed to give him a slipstream because of the league and event rules. Wow, can Leon now set pole position right here? Let's look at the delta, 31.466. I'm going to quickly compare it to what the other guys drove. Let's open the race directory quickly.
Keep it together, mate.
They had a 30.6. So Leon is already 8 tenths off currently, but now in the middle sector where you will be having corners where the grip is really needed, coming out of No Name there, and now going into Puon there, he can take a lot more speed there because the intermediates just carry on that much more water. I think it's fairly... Oh, this can be close.
Well, we shall see. Obviously, everyone in the chat right now absolutely flabbergasted and confused with what happened to Gabriel, which of course led to him getting himself a DSQ, which is the big shock of qualifying right now.
Yeah, but we have some bad news. Leon is 1.3 seconds slower than what Gabriel drove. But he can still make it like solid P4, P5 I think. But maybe he needs to gain everything in the final sector. Let's hope he doesn't get blocked there by that Aston Martin up front. He doesn't. Leon now coming towards the line. Can he beat Gabriel? Can he put the car up into P1? No, it's P7. Wow. And that's the end of quali. Because it's raining more and more, I think. I doubt we can see anyone really improve.
Well, guys that I would keep an eye on, and of course, like, you know, guys...
Dari's retired as well.
Like Jericho, like Rota, like Alex, who is about to start a lap. These guys on Indus may find a bit more time than what Leo was able to find. Of course, Leo had to catch his car a fair few times on that lap as Jericho runs off track at the top of Radion, caught on stream, so it is what it is as well done now through Rouge, top of Radion, keeps it all valid and all together. It is looking like that DSQ might have just cost Gabriel pole position here.
Yeah, definitely, because he was 4 tenths clear off the top as well, and Axelino now is already 5 tenths off. He does also have an invalidation. That's who's on board now. Who's the furthest on the Inters was really on a good lap? Krishi, he's 1.2 off. He loses his car here, so he's not going to be improving. It's chaos. It's drama. I don't know what to say. Axelino's lost it. Karen's not improving as well.
Honestly, I'm putting this out there, an incredible Q3 full of absolute twist turns, and from what it looks like BN Artem is going to be getting pole position. I'm currently on board with Router for the Relentless team, who is 2 seconds down on his time, so yet the Inters are not working. It looked like the lap time I counted were the ones on the soft tyres, and Gabriel unfortunately gets DSQ'd out of pole position. That gives it to Artem.
Yeah. But, yeah, this has been an astonishing qualified session, and yeah.
Everyone's just so far off their times.
Yeah, but like, look at the ends, look at Karen struggling. It could even be time for the wets here, because he nearly fully loses it after Rouge. It's no way. Artem spun it as well. He's round. Everyone's just going round and not improving. Yeah, it's done. Like, it's done.
It is over. It is done, and wow. That's all I got to say is wow. Honestly, I wish we could see a clip of what happened with Gabriel.
Yes, because it's upsetting for him.
Because I'm wondering if what he's done is lost the back end on the edge into the pits and has had that Austin Powers it. You know what I mean? And it's giving him a DSQ.
Yeah, because what probably, I think, I'm fairly sure this has happened. He clipped the inside, there's a little bit of a wall sticking out on the inside. He clipped that, and then his car just goes fully sideways. And then you have to reverse out of it, and it just immediately gives you a penalty for blocking. I've had it happen before as well.
Yeah, and pushing into the pits. Everyone I think will be coming into the pits or just crossing the line just to get it over and done with. But Artem, the man on pole position. Gabriel will be starting from 10th, but judging from his pace, he's going to be looking very strong in the race.
I think we have not really been able to see a good eye of everyone's pace in Q3. You know that Wouter's very quick, you know that Leon is very quick, you know that Axelino is very quick. We haven't really seen the pace of Dari yet, but we know that Gabriel's very quick then again as well.
Well, we are at the end of qualifying now. It is Artem who takes pole position. Honestly, put some respect in the chat there now for all the guys doing their lap times on the softs in those conditions just to make it to the line. And obviously massive commiserations for Gabriel on that one. But it is Artem who takes pole position ahead of Kieran in second place, Ollie in third, Chrissy in fourth, Jericho in fifth, Router in sixth, Leo in seventh, Alexinho in eighth, IRT Dari in ninth, and Gabriel DSQ'd from Q3 will start in 10. And apparently I'm getting a lot of migrating host messages at the bottom, so hopefully, some things don't happen, but I'm gonna go and have a little look in the chat to see if anyone has confirmed a restart or anything. Alright, no restart, so we are all good.
Well, they're asking it still. Harley's now discussing it here.
Alright, well, we still have the migrating host at the bottom, so we are waiting here. I don't believe it'll be
They're discussing it.
It's being discussed. Right, no restart is what is being said, so we're just waiting to go through and get this race underway. So it has been confirmed, no restart. We'll just have to deal with the migrating host at the bottom, but here we go.
Yeah, for formation.
Pull the formation lap, right?
Yeah.
I always get caught off. I get caught off guard when it comes to like.
I had the same issue last time, but not this time. I do not know if about.
Okay, Feynman, are you there? Because you went robotic again for me.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, were you speaking earlier?
Oh.
The start of the formation lap.
I didn't know it was robotic, mate.
Right, well, we are getting ready to go racing here. 22 laps await these guys as we go to those 5 red lights. Lights out, and we are underway here for round number 8, and it looks like a very good start there from Adam, who is having a absolute whale of a time out in front as everyone goes 2 by 2 there. Someone who just had a little bit of a moment, I think that might have been Andretti.
That was Andretti, and a little bit of side I forgot what the word was. At the side pods contact, that's the word, side pod. A little bit of contact there, but nothing really much happening. It's a straight line here, pretty much. Not a lot of overtakes here on the Camel Straight. It's being very civil, but at the back here we do have extreme white. And
we just came onto that late. Alexinho around, and he is out of the race, and it's a 5-second time penalty for.
Bang. I'll keep pronouncing the Dutch names for you, Mike. They are fairly tough. I understand that, but as someone who is Welsh, I expect you to be able to pronounce some long words.
Well, you mean like Planfafel who got getting off control of Atlanta City or Gogoroch?
Yes, Gogoroch.
Yeah, that one.
I'm hearing there's going to be a restart because Alexinho will be left.
Oh, Ryan gets a 5-second for a collision with Dari.
Yeah, that's obviously not ideal. Dari's gone round. And they're letting each other through because they have illegal overtakes and they keep trading it to each other. And the VSC has now ended. So it's go, 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 or go, 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 as you Welsh people like to say it. Karen is immediately on the back of Artem. Will he be making a move into the bus stop chicane? I think he will. Going around the outside here, trying to make it stick. Artem does go very deep into that. Maybe a switchback there from Karen, but it's very well defended there from Artem, the VRT driver, old SBS driver. Makes it work there, and he still remains into P1 there. GSP Ole trying to profit from it, especially now since Karen locks up. And he loses the position there to Ollie, so GSP now into P2 and in P4. There's a massive gap as well between P7 and P8. Pepijn, who was complaining, oh, I don't have a setup, what I'm going to do.
As Q1 now immediately coming back at Ollie, he's going to be drawing alongside the Aston Martin, and is he going to go around the outside? He's going to brake later, is he going to get it done? Yes, he is. Kieran back up in the P2. Ollie back in the P3.
Stick your front wing up the inside. There we got another spinner, which is a QRT driver, I believe. It's QRT used. So QRT is a P17 and P18, which is last and second to last.
Meanwhile, Alexinho, who is already out of this race, as Jug gets through on Andretti.
Yeah, NLR has just been unlucky. Firstly, the DSQ from Gabriel, and now this as well. But Rocco does make a move on Andretti there, coming out of
Andretti
fourth.
broke him. I think Andretti has wing damage. Yes, he does. He's missing that front right end plate.
See, I only saw the timing sheets that they were changing. That's some great insight there from Mike. But there is a second gap between Ollie and Karen, but Artem is now burning a bit of ERS. He still has quite a lot. I believe he does use the line, while Karen has no assist, so it's a little bit of a difference there, but Karen is fully all over the back there. And I think GSP might need to do some changes here. They have a good DRS mount, which will slingshot them back in. Krishy just needs to get ahead of Ole there, so they get DRS, which Ole does not have it here. But who also doesn't have DRS is B and Artem, the SBS or VRT Victor's Racing Team driver. Doesn't have DRS, and ERT Karen, who is behind him, he will just open the DRS. I think this will be a smooth sailing pass. He even uses some ERS there, but here we go. Karen in the lead. It sounds like Fabrizio Romano now with my here we go. Krishy staying behind Ole. That is very interesting to me. They are not slingshotting themselves back into the DRS, and they are letting them fight and run away with it.
Rocco did get through on no Jug there, as LT Rocker gets through on Bundy for P12. So DRS overtakes are happening as my co-com is coughing up his lungs by there, and hopefully he's okay. You good, man?
Yeah, I'm just sick. I've been like this for a week now. It's been a lot worse, but I felt fine. I was like, I want to get in the commentary booth. It's been some time, yeah. I just want to chill and have a good time here at the commentary booth with my great friend Ivan Brett Mike. So yeah, we're just chilling.
Yeah, but obviously biggest gainers off the start obviously has to be Rocco. He's up into 10th now.
Yeah, Rocco. I believe in their, I'm going to be saying a rival team event now, in the Relentless team event, they actually got a wild card, which is like the Rocco card, where you have to do a qualifying event. So Rocco is used to going all the way from the back of the grid, going there forward, and in League of Europe as well, he has to be quite often making some moves to get up into the good position there. But Kieran, we will set the fastest lap. He's just chilling, but let's watch out, because here, Relentless Wouter has 97% of ERS, whilst the two guys ahead of him, GSP Ole has 25% and Krishy has 50%. So Wouter just has so much more pace. Kieran and Artem as well. There's a huge ERS difference there as well. Whilst with DRS, Artem will be wanting to make a comeback maybe, but he just looks and sticks behind him, going 344 kilometers an hour, but he nearly loses the rear end. He was sliding through the whole corner. Well saved there by Artem on the wheel. Me on the pad would definitely not be able to save that. Whilst Leon has also got past Pepijn. Pepijn really now starting to struggle on that default setup.
Yeah, and obviously for Rocco, he's going to try and close up as much as he can in this middle sector and threatening himself in that DRS window, because he does need to get onto the back of these two guys ahead of him if he wants to try and pull his way further up the grid, as Kieran has now broken DRS to Adam.
Yes, and then just look at it, there are quite a few gaps already, but a new gap that has performed is ERT Kieran has driven away with more than a second to Artem, but Artem is now absolutely draining his battery to get back in. 1.1, 1.0, closing down 9.9. 0.9, sorry, not 9.9, that would mean that he's made a massive mistake. Yeah, no, sorry. Oh, but he runs really wide. I think Artem's just lost it with it there. But Kieran seems to have made a mistake as well. 1.0. Will he have DRS or not? He will have DRS, but I don't think he will have DRS for the next bit. No, he won't.
Nah, he has to use everything now on the exit and that to try and get himself comfortably in it. And he's just dipped outside it. Is he going to get back in it? Yes, he does, just about. So
it's
Adam close on
DRS detection points before 2 and 1, no? No, he does have it. Oh, my knowledge is a lot better. I knew it used to be before 2 and 1, so he would always play our games around there. But
I can tell you where it is if you want.
Oh no, you can see on the green dot actually on the minimap.
Yeah.
I'm just sick, boys. Don't worry.
Go on, pronounce his name one more time for me.
Bang.
Papeng has picked himself up a 3-second time penalty, and obviously we did see Rauda pick up a 3-second time penalty as well, and obviously he's up there in this train for P3 Andretti with a 3-second time penalty as well, so they're starting to come in thick and fast now, these penalties.
Yeah, for sure. Papeng already had a penalty, but just 5 seconds because of the contact with Axelinho, but he said in the Discord chat himself that that was a bit of a false penalty. Artem does have absolutely no ERS now. He is derating on the straight whilst Kieran isn't, so Kieran might be able to move away a bit, but the low down for setup from Artem is really helping him so because he's still catching. And the stiffening doesn't really work from that long. So that surprises me. Artem is in a really low wing setup, and Kieran is really able to pull away from him in the corners, but they're able to pull away both from the GSP train, because GSP Ole and Krishi are still chilling in P3 and P4, and Wouter does not seem to be able to make a move on him.
Yeah, Wouter stuck behind both of the GSP drivers for now. He's going to be thinking of what he can do strategy-wise now. He's going to be thinking ahead, I think, is the relentless man. But Adam, he is closing in with DRS, but he's not close enough to make a move, as Jericho is almost out of that 1 second window, and that is not good for him because he'll be there for the taking there for NLR Gabriel.
Yeah, Gabriel's got 30% more ERS as well. They're chilling, but it's a DRS train. But you can easily stick with it. But it is Spa, and A10's being out in here. It does mean that you don't get any dirty air, we'll see others do. But let's just watch, let's just enjoy it, because it gets 9/10s now, and maybe even more. Yeah, it's now 1 second. So you might lose the DRS here.
Well, he is using a bit of hers to get himself back in it. Adam has dropped out of DRS range by 4 attempts, so Kieran has had an absolute belt of the middle sector because he has dropped Adam by a second in the middle sector alone.
Yeah, but you know, Chifico does come back here using a bit of ERS there on the straight just before the bus stop chicane, but he's easily able to do so now coming up to the DRS detection point. He is in it for the main straight. He just doesn't need to overshoot the bus stop chicane here, and then he should be all good, and he doesn't do that. Jeroen is really close up to the back end of Krishi, but they're chilling, and Artem has now really fully lost DRS to Kieran.
We got Rocco now on the back of Papine as he's looking to try and get himself up into P9. CPI driver has lost touch of IRT Leo up ahead, who is 2.5 seconds clear, so Rocco needs to get this move done ASAP and get on the hunt.
Yeah, they're just chilling now. I'm wondering, I've been spectating Leon now the past couple of laps, I'm wondering if he is able to make the jump up into that train, and maybe he'll be able to work together with Rocco, who's still 3 seconds behind him. Well, we know Rocco has some good pace, coming from all the way at the back of the grid, and he just overtook Papang. But Leon, 50% ERS, and it's a DRS train ahead of him. It makes me wonder if he will be able to catch up to the train and actually make some interesting moves, because he does really seem to have the pace. He was unfortunately screwed over with the inters, that he was the last person out of the pit box, yet he realized it the latest in the qualifying, and that pretty much cost the heads. He spun as well, coming through, what the name, it's blanking out, Blanchimont. So yeah, he spun there as well, which screwed him over, but he's now only 1.3 seconds behind with 50% DRS. I think Leon will be in the DRS train in the next 1 or 2 laps.
Essentially, but obviously with the DRS train, they're going to pull away from him down the Kemmel Straight, so there's a good bus stop here, a nice exit, and try his best to close up as much as possible, and really decent exit there from Leo as we go down into the source, and a little bit of a mistake there from Gabriel, a little bit of a back end snap from the NLR driver, and Leo, I think he's just missed out on DRS, but he's within that 1 second now. Oh no, he's got it.
No, Leon doesn't. Leon doesn't have DRS. It's just DRS open for you. I was gonna say.
No, the detection point was coming up now for it, so
yeah.
I thought he just about done it.
You know, what I am also fancying my eye on here, it is the gap between Artem and Ole. Artem has just lost all the pace and all his momentum here. He only has straight line speed, it seems like. And Ole is catching up to him. Whilst they burst away, Kieran and Artem seems to be dropping back a bit, just like cyclists. They make an escape with the two of them, and eventually one of them gets started, and he just drops back to the huge peloton.
Yeah, Artem appears to have lost contact now with Kieran, who's in a bit of a no man's land now, out ahead. As Ollie and Chrissy and the whole train going down now to Leo is fast approaching him.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting here. Well, do you think Leon will be able to make some changes here to his train? Because it's very boring, with all due respect. We're just waiting for the pit stops here to happen, and it will shake up the whole field. I think around lap 9 even we can see the earliest pit stops being made. Because I know you can even finish this race from like lap 4 on mediums. They go for so long if you take good care of them. So I think we're just waiting for the pit stops currently, but it's interesting to me that Ole is gaining up to Artemis by so much, and that Artemis just lost all of his momentum.
Yeah, but only not too far off the back of Artem now. He should be within DRS by the end of this lap, I should think, if he can close up in the middle sector as he has been doing over the course of the last couple of laps. But 1.2, 1.3 is the gap between Ollie and Artem.
Yeah, and you see Artem just trying to make use of every single inch of the track, but he's maybe over pushing it, riding too hard on the curbs there, just about missing the apex there, not really using all of the track. It seems like he's lost all confidence on the older tyres here. You saw him in qualifying going fully over it, which he now does again, but not with as much momentum, which of course has something to do with the older tyres.
Wouter makes a mistake. I just gone on board. Wouter made a mistake and he's out of DRS range on Krisky.
Yeah, Jericho now. We'll be hoping that Jeroen doesn't make it back in the DRS, but he's just devoting it to DRS. He has so much saved up from there previously, and he wants to make it here, but he is unable to. But you know if you are able to. Yeah, but if you just have a good corner combination here, the two GSP drivers are very on top of each other. You can easily able to just drive back in it here with a good exit out of the first corner. You should be able to make it. He does have a little bit of a lockup, but the GSP driver doesn't really have good momentum through it. On the exit though, he does kind of pull away, but you see there, Wouter's just chilling.
Yeah, Wouter holds on for dear life to that DRS after his mistake, but Jericho is under a bit of pressure here because he is dropping away from Wouter.
Yeah, but Jericho was really close to him and Wouter pushed a bit, so I think that would be the reason. Wouter making another mistake though on the curb on the top there. And he's back out to a second now, but Wouter just has the raw speed, I think, to just clutch back up. And we're still waiting for pit stops here. Whilst I think Artem is under fuel because his fuel light is still red. Let's hope for him the fuel fixes up itself eventually. Pepijn has a red fuel light as well. Same goes for CPI and Bunty. In my eyes, lowering the fuel a bit doesn't matter all too much. Over a lap like this, it matters like, yeah, for 5 laps of extra fuel it would matter like 2 tenths, but yeah. It doesn't matter all too much. Ole is now really getting more and more consistently close towards the back end of Artem. Will he get it now maybe? He's burning, he is burning, he's gonna get in. Artem has been caught up and Krish is now actually out of the train. He nearly has no ERS as well. But it does seem like there are huge steps being made and the drivers are pushing, preparing. Yeah, preparing for pit stops. That's exactly what I was going to say. Krishi is in and he's going to be making the undercut on Artem now. Artem will be forced to react here and I think Ole will then do one more lap. And then they've fully nailed it.
Well, that has put Wouter under a bit of pressure now because he does not have DRS because of the pit stop from Kuski, and is Jericho going to be able to close up enough to put the relentless driver under pressure here?
Well, we'll see. Of course, you need the tires to warm up. This is maybe one of the more tricky circuits to warm up your tires because you immediately head into Eau Rouge and Radio. On cold tires, you're easily able to lose it there, going into the wall on the right, like Romain Grosjean did as well a few years back, losing it there on colder tires. But we will just see what happens here. But already on the Camel Straight, and they should be good now. You got like right, left, and right. But they should already be good. And now you can push. It's a long, very long lap. So I expect Kishi to maybe even be able to make the jump. And Ole is right up the back of Artem.
Yeah, I'm currently on board with this battle for P2 Ollie all over the back of Artem, and no jug picks himself up a 3-second time penalty. That's another one for the collection of people picking up 3-second time penalties here today. Is he gonna peel off into the pizza slab? That's the question.
I think he must. I think he has to. I think Karen will be staying out because he can save up for it. Yeah, Karen will be staying out. Fresher tires in the end, just a fully perfect situation. Artem will not come in. That really surprised me because the yellow flag here, that is Locker.
Jericho deliberating on whether to come into the pits. He went to turn to continue on, then made a late decision to come into the pits, and Rocco follows him in as well.
I guess he saw that no one else was pitting, and that's a good call to make. Of course you can react to it, and then you can undercut them again as well, but I think it might have been an over-enthusiastic undercut there. And for Kishi, if no one really reacts to it, it's not ideal to make the undercut that early. Yeah, Kishi will easily be able to jump and was LT Trocker. L Trocker.
Oh, this could be dangerous. So Kriski, look at what he's right behind now. As oh my God, Ickel and Pippin out. And we was on board and we saw all
safety car.
happen.
It is a safety car. That is interesting, and that fully screws over the strategy from Krishi and from Jericho. He should have stayed out. He was debating it, but yeah. At the end of the day, it's not ideal. Yeah, now the whole race will be swapped over again, and Pepijn is going to be complaining with his default setup. So yeah.
Ickel will probably be complaining as well, and Kriski will probably be fuming looking at that happen in front of him. He was on board with Kriski, and we saw the entire incident happen. They just locked wheels, locked side pods as they fly into the wall going at the top of Radion. And honestly, now looking at this, you got to think, Kuski and... Well, for Rocco, I don't think he's going to lose much time. Same with Jericho. But for Kuski, I think he drops from P4 down to P7.
I think he'll come out in P7.
Kieran in, Arden in, Ollie in, Welter in, Gabriel in, and Leo in.
We're just going to see where they come out. Kieran easily up in front. Yeah, but let's go with Krishi now, coming through the final corner here. Where will he come out? Will he jump side by side there with Leon? But it's going to be P6 actually, and that's, yeah, he lost 2 positions from it. That's the reality.
Yeah, and we saw Leo have some great pace earlier to catch up to that train, so he's definitely one to keep an eye on. And he has got the jump on Jericho as well. But what this does, it also brings Rocco into the fray, because Rocco was kind of in the middle of no man's land. Now he'll be on the back of this pack. Can Rocco do anything? From last in the grid, can he get himself up into the top 5 perhaps?
I think overtaking is going to be difficult. Around Spa, especially when you're in that big of a DRS train, it all depends on how quickly your pack will open up. So yeah. Oh, Kieran and Item swap positions. Why did Item just overtake Kieran?
Interesting. I'm not entirely sure.
Watch that be a penalty now for Kieran for overtaking someone on the safety car. Oh, that's weird. I think I'm just following in a beef in the Discord chat.
I'm just, putting a nice little question out in the chat on a scale of 1 to 10. How mad do you think Christy shall be with this?
I think he won't be mad, he'll just be disappointed. He'll be like, oh, that's my luck. I'll say it's on a 2.
Jack saying the 6.5.
I think the VRT guys are more mad at the bank for that incident, because they both just crashed up on Rouge. You don't go 2 or 3 wide up on Rouge. That's there are some laws in racing, and that's one of them. Doesn't matter if you're racing lawnmowers, Formula 1 cars, or LMP2 cars. You can't go 3 wide up a Rouge.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I would love to race lawnmowers. Imagine racing a lawnmower on an F1 track.
You do have a set of Corsa mod for lawnmowers, and they got like a karting engine in them.
PC?
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately I don't have a set of Corsa on PC, just PlayStation.
Mate, I think a set of Corsa is like $5.
Oh, I thought you were talking about ACC.
No, a set of Corsa competition, no.
Okay, I got you. I'm on your wavelength now.
There's so many mods for that game, it's insane.
Right, well, with Alexinho out of the race, big opportunity for SBS and Relentless to kind of pull some points back on the championship leader, so big opportunity for Rauta and Rocco to get some good points here at GSP.
Yeah, they're chilling as well, GSP.
Yep, they're looking to get ahead of QRT.
Yeah, QRT is not at the greatest racing. Out P13 and P15 because of the safety car situation, but it's obviously not been ideal for them. But yeah. Let me see any other changes quickly whilst the safety car is in. I'm going to check for some other changes.
The safety car is in this lap, so you quickly check that and I'll take us through the restart. So Kieran now going to back up the pack and let the safety car go as he is hopefully done for the day. He's out now. If I've been coughing all day now, I need to cough.
Yeah, mate, it's been with my family like that. I was coughing and then my mother coughs and then my little brother coughs and it's just yeah, it's no COVID.
Kieran doing a very good job in backing up the pack, and he's gone. He's caught Artem absolutely napping on the restart.
He's gone, he's lacked it, he's gone. No, but Artem definitely did not expect it. The gap's already 7 tenths, but Kieran nearly loses the back end of the car. His rear is being a bit cold still, but can GSP quickly profits from it? I don't think so. Artem is known, or no, he's proven already in the first run that he has some explosive straight line speed here, that he has some explosive pace on the younger tyres, he's really quick then, and afterwards he just slows down in his pace and really falls back down. But let's see if some other major improvements will be happening, besides the fact that Kerry's just already driving Artem out of the 1 second range. Besides that, it's fairly calm. ERT Bunty and IRT Dari though, they are side by side fighting there for P11, going side by side into the braking zone, and Bunty just turns into Dari, not enough space left there. And that is Dari going round. And my nose is starting to get full.
IRT's misery continues, but I mean the good news for them is Leo is up in P6. That's a healthy amount of points that Leo is picking up.
Yeah, for sure. The pace from Kieran is astonishing. This race, he's just shown that he's on a different level. And he's just so quick, so good. Gispiole with a penalty, that is definitely not what they needed. And Artem now seems to be chilling there. They have got a P3 and a P4 behind him with a penalty, so there's so much chilling. But yeah, this is interesting. Gap is already 2 seconds, by the way, from Kieran. Wow.
I was going to say Gabriel now can doesn't need to be pressured to go for overtakes now. He sees guys ahead with penalties. He can take a little bit of a breather. Obviously he'll want to get at them and try and push after Kieran if possible, but we are running out of laps for him to do that. But Gabriel right now looking pretty comfortable for a podium.
Yeah, for sure. I think we have to really keep our eyes open for that. I wonder if Gabriel is just like, I'm gonna just sit behind out and just chill out. If he isn't able to get a move on very quickly, because Gabriel has not made that many overtakes. I think they have a fairly high downforce setup. Jericho looks for it, but he does not make it.
He had a peak, he had a luck, but he didn't commit to it. So Jericho stays in P8. But some of these guys now, they're going to have to start getting a little bit mixy out there and start having a little look for some overtakes, because it's going to be very difficult to go for any sort of move once DRS and the train just commences.
Yeah, we just now have to move. It's a massive DRS train, like I said, from Artem, going all the way down towards CPI Bunty, and Yusuf just outside together with Andretti. So they just about do not have the pace, but 2.8 seconds, Mike. Are you seeing this pace?
I am seeing this pace, but I'm also seeing Gabriel lose out on DRS. Oh, he's just managed to get back in there. Oh, he's walked out.
Oh,
Gabriel, I said he could take it easy, but not this easy. He needs to stay within DRS.
Now Bunty going around the outside of DTR, no jug there. Ooh, around the outside and then a bus stop chicane, and then you get the inside afterwards. You need to give him room on the exit, and he does that. What a brilliant move there from CPI Bunty to get himself up into the point scoring position. That was just a nice move. And let's see now, will any change be made? GSP Ollie thinks, Artem's pace is that slow. I'm gonna try and get away. We have 3 seconds here. Artem is under a lot of pressure now.
Yes, he is, but Ollie not looking to go for a move. I think he's kind of accepted the fact that he's not going to get a podium here. But Gabriel has lost DRS, but he's also broken DRS to Leo as well. So the gaps are beginning to form. So
Yeah,
Leo could be under pressure from not jumping Ollie and Rota for the end of this race.
yeah, but you don't know what's going to happen. Of course, with the DRS frame, Ollie needs to be making some moves because with the 3-second penalty, he will be losing a lot. We can do the maths exactly, but I think it will be making sense if you do that in 5 laps time, because we only have 5 laps left. But 5 laps will still take like a solid 15 minutes. It's just a 5 lapper now, pretty much. That's how you see it.
Yeah, but 5 lapper, but much better quality than the 5 lappers that we're used to.
Yeah, of course. I mean, even if you do a 5 lapper competition, it's all, with the cleanest drivers that you know, you'll see guys making panic moves, etc., and having some fun. So that's the important thing. I need to do. I think I need to organize a 5 lapper event soon again with some of the top guys of the game on PC, on Xbox, and on PlayStation. Just the crossplay. It's brilliant. It's made the game a lot better. What's also a lot better is Ollie's pace compared to Artem's. He's now. If he doesn't make a move this lap, I'll call him crazy.
Alright, well, Adam does get a little bit of a slide on the exit of Source, so this is Ollie's chance. He's using a bit of hers on the run down to Eau Rouge and up through Aradion now. He's all over the back, and this should be the overtake done.
Yeah, that's easy. Maybe Wouter can profit from it as well, but he's just a bit too far back. He's chilling. You'll be seeing that, but GSP only 14% ERS. This lap needs to be massive now for Ollie. He needs to be driving outside of the DRS. He just needs to push like crazy. And he's doing it, to be fair. 5-10s now was Ryan has lost his position out there to Dari. Dari's coming back after he got spun round. 7-10s already. Artem has no pace. Absolutely none.
Oh, Chrissy is struggling to keep with the top 6, and maybe the fact that he was in the train was hiding away a bit of his pace, because he is falling back. Right now, I think he loses out to his teammate right now in terms of the penalty, but with just a few short laps to go, he could end up losing out to Rauta as well.
Yeah, I'm just looking if Wouter wants to be making a move this lap, because you want to, of course, profit from the situation as early as possible. Whilst Artem did go a bit wide out of the bus stop chicane, so it's definitely not ideal. Within 4-10s, Jeroen could go for it, but he needs to burn absolutely everything right now. And Artem still has quite a bit of ERS, but his pace is just struggling. It's not quick,
but
it's not good outside of DRS now.
Is he gonna get? Oh, he's just outside. He's just within. He's just outside. He's just within. And
oh, I don't know. It's gonna be close. Wouter's on the back of him. He goes straight on. That happens. You can get a warning there. Artem does have DRS, but he's gonna burn out. But he doesn't really have any slipstream. Look how much he gains back up. That straight line speed is El Terrorista from him. Wouter was so on the back of Artem though. Now,
Jericho and Chrissy have traded positions here, so Jericho getting past the GSP man, and a little bit of contact there between the two of them, I believe. But this, I think, has confirmed that Rauta and Ollie, like, the worst they're going to drop to, I think, will be at around, what was it, 5th and 6th?
Yeah, who knows? But a lot can happen still. They can spin, people can catch up. It's still 3 laps. You would say, oh, that's nothing if you would look at a track like Austria, but it's Spa. It's such a long track. Ole gets another warning. Krishy gets a penalty. Both GSP guys now on a penalty. I think, did Krishy already have one?
Nope.
Everyone is at 3 seconds apart from DRT. DTR no jug. He's on 6 seconds, so he'll be dropping back a lot. But let's see. Part 2. Will Jeroen make a move on Artem? Artem this time does not go all that straight on. And he has saved up some more ERS. Compared to Ole, who has got absolutely nothing. Yes, Ole made the wrong move at the wrong time.
Essentially, he's used everything, so he's got nothing left to defend with, and now Adam, if he wants to get back into second, he can just use a bit of this and he'll have the straight line speed to just fly past. So we see the straight line speed advantage he has already, and now with DRS, he was 6 times behind. Let's see how much he gains down the camel straight, not using anything. He's gained 3, maybe 4 attempts.
Yeah. But, I mean, on the straight, some guys really got that low down for setup, and you can really see the difference in between it. Garen is just chilling, by the way. Does he have the fastest lap? I wonder if he will try and do he does the fastest lap. Oh, he's clear with a second and a half. Garen is 1.5 seconds quicker on his fastest lap than anyone else. That is just absolutely astonishing. That just shows the brilliance of Yeti Garen in this race. How quick, how good he has been. He's just driving an autopilot right now, not really pushing. He's still just extending his gap casually. He's 1.3 seconds slower at the moment, but it doesn't bother him. He's just chilling.
Yep, and right now, here's the real question: does Artem want to attack Ollie now?
Nah, he's fine.
Or is he just gonna chill here and allow Wouter to potentially attack him? Because issue that Artem has is obviously if he's gonna have Ollie on pens regardless, as we are beginning the penultimate lap. Adam's got Ollie on pens, so Adam's not worried about losing P2 to Ollie here. But what he should be worried is if Wouter launches an attack on him, it gives Gabriel an opportunity to snag P2.
Yeah, that's not something that you would want to see. Let's see how much he defends now. From Wouter, who's now really pushing, but he just burns quite a bit. Wouter's going all out on it. He's now flashing, derating down the straight, but he's unable to really make the move. But Artem is really up the back of Ole. They're just kind of backing up into each other, and I think all mayhem is going to happen on the final lap, and that will be the next time we pass the camel straight. Or the start-finish line, that's when it's the next lap.
I'm just going to put this out there right now. Ryan has gone into the pits and checked on the set of the soft tyre, so he's going for that fastest lap to try and take it away from, did you say Abbott? P1.
Karen with 1.5 seconds, he's got a 44.0. So 44.0 is an astonishing lap, so it's really quick. It's quicker than that we drove in Q3. And you can say, oh, it's because it was raining. Nah, mate, we're driving the soft, it's equal, mate.
Well, I can tell you one thing, it's quicker than my TT time.
Yeah, but I think that's more of a you issue, as Rocco also gets a penalty. You're
Rocco.
saying Rocco maybe being able to...
Rocco's off!
Oh.
So just gone on board with him, he's gone off and he's dropping well down the order now, and I think he might have rear wing damage.
That's not ideal. But now let's focus on the final bloody lap. Ole in P2, having to defend now. Artem goes a little bit wide, and it's not ideal, but he's on 50% ERS. Also, guys in front and behind him are just derating. We got another yellow flag. That is because Leon has made a moment. He's half spun. I think maybe maybe some contact. I'm unsure, but CPI Bunty is now fully up on his rear. But that's expected Artem first, because Artem is going to be making the move on GSP Ole. That is an easy and clean move, but it does not really have the pace in the middle sector, so maybe GSP Ole will be able to cut back that overtaking the bus of chicane. But Bunty now goes past Leon as well. Bunty making a good comeback there for CPI.
Krishki's off!
Kicks a good point, Krishi is round! And he will be losing some more valuable points there. He already had the penalty. Andretti goes past him as well.
Wow, it is absolutely all kicked off on the final lap. You said last lap madness. It's last lap slip and slide for everyone here tonight.
Of course. We could have seen it coming there. Yeti Andretti getting a 5-second penalty, ignoring yellow flag. That penalty will definitely be removed, because that is a ridiculous penalty. IT Leon getting a 3-second time penalty there. And as long as no one does anything stupid, I think this will be the final results Who's it now in the wall? Is that Leon? Leon's spot gone round. No,
no,
Leon's
not
lost 2
again.
positions.
It has
He hit
all
those 2
gone
positions.
wrong for IRT at the end, and Kieran, it's all gone right for him. Absolutely no issues, fantastic pace, comes from the bus stop chicane for one more time, 6.2 second lead, crosses the line and picks up victory.
That's applause worthy. That's an absolutely astonishing race from him. He did everything right, everything perfect. At the safety car restart, made a brilliant decision when to go, and he just cleared away from there. Yeah. Kieran wins the race. Artem in second place.
Leo's lost it again. Look, at the exit of bus stop chicane, he was on for 10th, I think.
Oh my days. That's not something you want to see. And that's how you throw the points. It's just out of nowhere. Artem there getting P2. NLR Gabriel in P3, who's driven a quiet race after his DSQ from quali, but he's done really well.
Can Ryan get the fastest lap as he comes through the bus stop chicane? He's too far away from everyone else, but he's going for fastest lap. What can Ryan do as he crosses the line? No.
I didn't even look, I just said no. I was that confident in the lap time from Kieran because that pace was brilliant. It's one of the most dominating races I've ever seen in a while.
Bunty does pick up the driver of the day in game, but I feel like me and you will probably agree on who's driver of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you say his name or will I say his name? Nah, Kieran.
I was going to go with Alexinho.
Oh, yeah, no, my bad. No, Alexinho drove a brilliant race, especially the first turn, that first corner from him was absolutely astonishing. And down the Camel Straight, he had some great top speed. Yeah, driver of the day worthy. Nah.
Yeah, but it was unfortunate for Alexinho, but yeah, I think we can't give it to anyone else other than Kieran, can we?
Yeah, no, definitely not. Kieran drove an absolutely brilliant race, beating Artem there for P2. NLR Gabriel in third place with VER Jericho in P4. GSP Ollie in P5, Relentless Wilder in P6. CPI Bounty is in P7, coming from 14th on the grid. Juice, he was 16, he was fully dead last, and he's actually made his way up to P8. It's kind of slipped away from me. That's a solid result, solid comeback from him. F1 Krishi into P9 with L Trocker in P10. Yati Andretti bottling the final points. Started 11, ends up 11th. DTR No Jug into P12. Ayati Leon also bottling some valuable points in P13. Rocco doing the Rocco special, starting last and not getting points. Dari in P15. Ryan in P16. Icky, Bicky and Pepijn collided with each other in Eau Rouge and Radion, so they are 17th and 18th. And Axelinho is P19, but in our eyes he's the champion.
Yeah, and see a fantastic drive there from Kieran, and of course what I'm going to do now is go to the calendar, and for some reason it's not full screen. That we have plenty of issues. We have plenty of issues here on the stream, but yeah, that brings an end. It's not full screen again. What's going on? Do you know, I ain't gonna bother, right? But obviously next week we will be going to Abu Dhabi. Hopefully by then I will have the stream working a lot smoother. But have you got any final words before we wrap up the stream here?
No, not really. No. I would like to thank my sickness for not playing up too much during the commentary session. No, but I would like to thank NLR for inviting us once again. And I'd like to thank the drivers for putting up a great race here today, and I hope to see you guys. Is it next week again? Because we had the break. Just gonna quickly double check. Just at the calendar up. It is next week. I'll see you guys next week then, probably.
Yep, and we'll probably see you next week for round number 9 at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It is tensing up in the championship. Who's going to come out on top? I believe NLR still maintain their championship lead. But will they keep all of it for the final 2 rounds? I've been Mike. He has been